All right. Hey, everybody. Thanks for stopping in again today for another episode of Bizlink Unscripted. And unscripted means exactly that. We talk about whatever we have to talk about and we share it. We don't cut it. We don't edit it. We want you to see it the real, true way that life is. And so today I have another business here in this local area called New Horizon Pest Solutions. And the owner of that is Rod Hood, who is in this area. And Rod, thanks for coming in today.
Thank you for having me, Dave.
All right, let's talk about what you do. It says pest solutions, but what does that mean? Does that mean like some family member that we don't want around? So we don't want those kind of
Hey,
people pesting us, or?
I mean, I know a guy.
I did too.
You
That's
know,
probably the same guy. That's scary. No, really. I mean, pest control, pest solutions. What are we dealing with here?
so we dealing with just your normal pests in the area, North Carolina. So we talking like your ants, your spiders, mosquitoes, termites. You doing mice, rats, roaches, millipedes, things of that sort.
Okay. So everything
Hmm.
that you're going to see around your home, your apartment, your townhouse, things of that nature, anywhere we live, we work. There's going to be some
Yes,
pests. We can't keep them
yes.
out,
Can't
but
keep them out.
we can help to control it a little bit and make our lives a little bit more enjoyable for us and for the pests as well.
That's
Uh,
right.
there you
Amen.
go.
And you
All
want to
right.
enjoy your yard? That's it.
There he is. So, what kind of services do you offer in this area? And should I say, what areas do you cover also?
Good, good. Cover area. Raleigh, Durham. I go out Roseville, Wake Forest, Youngsville, Chapel Hill, Pittsboro, Durham. Just about everything. Wake County, Durham County.
Okay, that's a large area. That's over 1 million people we got in this area alone. It's growing every day for
Yes,
sure.
it is. Oof. Yes, it is.
It is. So pest control, anybody can whip out a can of Raid and go at it, I'm sure.
Mm,
But
mm, mm.
let's be honest, when it comes to the pests that we got going on in our areas around here, it takes a little bit more than that. And
Yes.
so I would assume that you would should be somebody that has some kind of certification license or something, knows what they're doing. They've been doing it for a while. So how long have you been doing this?
Whew, 15 years since
15 years.
2007.
Wow.
Yes,
That's
yes, yes.
crazy. I'm sure you've seen a lot of crazy things out there.
You can say crazy. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. From hundreds of mice in a crawl space to couple of snakes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
even imagine that.
Yeah, that snake thing. I can deal with the mice, but the snakes,
No
woo,
snakes. So
nah,
you
no snakes.
so you're an Indiana Jones kind of guy. You can't deal with the snakes, is what
Yeah,
you're
you're
telling
right.
me.
Might be worse than Andy.
That's
Uh-huh.
yeah. I used to have a friend of mine the same way. He didn't want any snake was the only good snake was a dead snake in his opinion.
Yes,
That was
yes.
it. But
I'm getting better though.
you go.
I'm
Okay, that's
getting
good.
better. I can look at them. I'm not gonna touch them. But maybe as long as they don't come towards me,
All right, all
I'll be
right.
all right.
Well, I've had you here before in my
Yep.
house. I'm new to the area. I've been here about 3 years here in the Raleigh area, and I came from Michigan, hailing from Michigan, and things are definitely a little bit different as far as climate goes.
Hmm.
The types of pests we got here versus there. How do you control them? What kind of things are coming around more commonly than what we
Hmm.
would see there? And so I think my first introduction to something I've never seen in my life was a spider cricket. Did I get it right?
Camel Creek. Camel.
Camel cricket. Ah, shoot. So I bought a house in an established neighborhood here,
Hmm.
and I really love the neighborhood. A lot of mature trees, beautiful area. It's on the north side of Raleigh, and I was doing the inspection with the inspector, and I opened up the crawl space and went down in there, and all of a sudden these bugs started jumping all over me. And I was like,
Hmm.
what in the heck is this? And I got to looking at it. I've never seen a camel cricket.
Uh-huh.
I thought it was some prehistoric animal. It's like, what the heck?
Yes,
However,
those are the weirdest looking things.
they are, but then you put my mind at ease when we got talking. You said, okay, don't worry about it. They're not going to bite you, chew you up, or hurt you in any way, shape, or form. But they are a pest and it shouldn't be in the homes because they do leave feces and things like that. And it's a good
Hmm.
thing to get rid of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's the thing about those crickets. They're just a nuisance. You know, like if you're a person that goes in your crawl space or like to store things in your crawl space, you go down there and most likely they're gonna jump on you.
And they did.
You're not trying to jump on you. They just trying to get out the way because they see something that's unfamiliar to them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's what happened for sure. And we'll talk about my crawl space and what we're doing to try to make that even better. I'm used to a basement.
hmm
In Michigan, that's one of the things that's very common in that area. It gives you more space to store things, make recreational areas, things of that nature. So I'm looking forward to having my crawl space more utilizable
Yeah.
to be able to put stuff down there. So that'd be cool. And so, anyways, yeah, when I had you over that first time, you did a complete home inspection,
hmm
looked everything over. You went through in all kinds of details of
Yeah.
all the things I should be looking for, some things that I could have or might have. And then when you got done, you said, nope, you don't have this, you don't have this. This is what we need to treat, what we need to do. And I really appreciate you doing that. I mean, you could have
hmm
walked in and said, oh, yeah, you need the $6,000 treatment system, and we'll take care of you on a regular basis. But that's
Yeah.
not the way you did it. And I really appreciate that. In
No, no.
fact, I think the thing I really was awakened to, I've never done pest control.
hmm
And so this is the first time for me. One of the things you opened up my eyes was this isn't, how often do you recommend to do pest control in these areas on a regular basis? I mean, just a normal house.
I recommend quarterly.
Quarterly.
Yeah, be quarterly. Get on a quarterly schedule every 3 months. And with me, I do every 3 months, and then in between the quarterly schedule, I come out for free if you're having issues. Like start having ants in the house, I come out take care of that. Mouse, you see mice around, I come out and take care of that too for free in between your scheduled appointments.
Wow.
Yeah. But as
That's
far as
awesome.
commercials, those are the ones that you want to do monthly.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I get that. So when we're
hmm
looking at, so when you say commercial, are we talking like townhouses, apartments, or are we talking like office spaces, or what are we talking here?
Office spaces.
Okay.
Talking
All right.
office spaces. Now, apartments, you go to the complex monthly, but you don't do the same apartment building monthly.
Okay.
You try and kind of split them up. So they're done quarterly, but you split them up as where you're out there every month just in case something happens, because something's
Okay.
going to happen in an apartment complex.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. I can understand that.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Because you get just about anybody in there, and there is a difference for sure.
there's a difference. Oh
Mm.
yeah, and you got there's so much going on. It's just
It
like a
really
commercial
does.
building.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
Sure. And we all
'Cause
have
that's what it
different,
is.
yeah. I mean, we
Mm-hmm.
all have different expectations and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So in a home, and like a home like mine, as a homeowner, what are some things I can do to try to mitigate some of these issues with pests in between the times you come through?
Okay, good question. I like that. I like that. Um, Keep shrubbery off the house. Any vegetation. If you got limbs from trees touching the house, keep those trimmed back. Any bushes, keep those trimmed off. Um, Try to not have as much lighting on the outside of your house at night, because that attract insects.
It does.
Yep. And that'll increase your insects, the flying insects, which is going to increase your spider activity and your American roaches too.
Okay.
Yep. And then close your blinds at night as well. That
That
way your light from the inside of the house not shining out your window with that reflection, and that's going to attract insects as well. hmm
okay.
You do that and just keep like wood piles, keep those away from the house because it's harborage for mice and other insects and termites. So that's why you want to keep that off the house and just puddled water. Try to empty your buckets out or turn them over, or flower pots that you're not using, empty them out, things like that, because that's going to have your mosquitoes.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
So when I bought this house, it did have a lot of shrubbery, and that's one of the things you pointed out to me. That was one of the first things I got rid of, was anything that was touching the house or near it.
Hmm.
I cleaned that all out, got that out of there. Did a bunch of repairs on the outside that you recommended, which I appreciate. And then inside the home, should I be thinking about where food's stored or things of that nature or trash or anything like that?
Yeah, inside you don't want to, like if you have pets, you don't want to have just the food, their food laying out all the time. Like you feed them in the morning, whatever they don't eat, put it back up. Put it in a Tupperware, something that's sealed. Of course, you don't want to have grease all over your stove and things like that. But other than that, you know, live your life.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's good. I don't want to be so like over conscientious of something like that for
No,
sure.
don't do that. No, no, no.
Okay.
Live your life because you're gonna be stressed out trying to
Right. Right.
keep everything Martha Stewart clean and all that. You know
Now,
what I mean?
cockroaches. You mentioned cockroaches. You said American cockroach, and I
Uh-huh.
understand there's more than one. I
Uh-huh.
have seen in Michigan there's cockroaches, and it's the last thing you want in your homes. But I have seen these massive things down in Florida too.
Uh-huh.
I think they
Uh-huh.
could pick up your car and fly off with them. They're big. But you
Yes.
said there's an American cockroach. What is there another one in this area we should be thinking about?
German cockroaches, which are the ones people associate with filth.
Okay.
So and like I said, they're travelers. So most of the time, a lot of people get them from other people coming to the house. And then, of course, that's when you clean up your grease and stuff. That's why I said make sure if you have grease all over your stove and stuff, get that up because they're attracted to things like that. And they're also attracted to heat. They love warmth.
Okay.
So, in the kitchen, that's where you see them at. They'll be in your refrigerator, the microwave, around your oven, any electronics, coffee makers, dishwasher, things like that. But they're hitchhikers just like bed bugs.
Okay. Oh, bed bugs. Oh
Yep.
my gosh, that's another one.
Uh-huh.
We all hear these stories in hotels, motels where people are getting bed bugs and having troubles. If
Yes.
I travel and I have to go to a hotel, motel, or whatever it is, what things can I be doing to make sure they're not coming home with me or getting
Uh-huh.
into my home?
Well, first thing, check the mattress.
Check the mattress.
Check that mattress when you get in the hotel. Look around the seam of the mattress and flip it back to make sure you don't see any uh, live bed bugs or blood stains.
Really?
Yeah, like just dark stains along in the crease of the mattress, that seam.
Hmm.
And then if you don't see anything there, you're good to go. And the dressers, do not put your clothes in the dressers.
Oh
Do,
no.
don't store your clothes in the dressers. Just live out of your suitcase.
Okay.
Yes, because they could be in there and you won't ever see them. You know, even if it's like one or two, you won't see them back there because they're going to be hiding.
Okay.
And you put your clothes in there, and of course you're going to take them home.
Oh
Yep.
no. Yeah. So
So,
we could end up with these in our home and investing, and then we got an issue there.
uh-huh.
So that's how they're getting there. Wow. I
That's what
didn't
I
know.
do. Yep. So what I do when I go to a hotel, I live out of my suitcase, but I put my suitcase on the little thing they have.
Right.
Yeah, I put it on there, and that's where I live out of, just like
Okay.
that.
All right. Well, it's good.
Yep.
It's good advice there because that's one of the things that people get scared and spooked about. I've
Hmm.
never had an issue. I've heard, but I've never had it. Anybody I knew they had it. But
Yeah.
that's good advice there for sure. So that can
Yeah.
keep that under control. But you're saying cockroaches can also transport across. You said something about that.
Yeah. Yeah. Like if someone has cockroaches at their house, of course they could bring them to your house, and then you have if you have kids, daycare centers, elementary schools. Oh yeah, yeah.
Really?
Kids bring them home all the time.
Wow.
Hmm.
So how would they? Is it in their clothes or lunch pails or something, or what's the scoop there?
Clothes. Most time it's the backpacks.
Okay,
Yeah,
backpacks.
backpacks.
Okay.
And you never know it.
Okay, so parents should take a second just to make sure, see if they are see something. If
Yeah,
they do, they should probably notify the school system to say, hey, I happen to find a
yeah,
cockroach in my kid's backpack. Just want you to make sure
hmm
you do a little inspection there for sure.
yeah. And I mean, a lot of daycares and stuff have pest control, but like I said, they're hitchhikers, so it's just coming in and out, in and
Okay.
out.
All
hmm
right. Now, the
Yeah.
American one you talked about, or either one of them, is there any danger to us as humans?
The German roaches, yes, because the feces and stuff, the feces is everywhere, in your house,
Okay.
and it can cause asthma and all kind of stuff, especially if it
Oh,
gets out of control.
didn't know that.
Yes, and when it gets out of control, that's when you start seeing the roaches.
Hmm.
When you start seeing them every day, or when you turn on the lights in the kitchen or bathroom and they scatter,
Hmm.
that's when you know that you have an infestation because it's coming to the point where they're nesting in areas and the nest is getting so large they have to go somewhere else.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
But it's all kind of diseases connected to roaches.
Okay. So
hmm
something to keep an eye on for sure. And that would be the reason to call the Ghostbusters or you.
Yes.
Okay. All
hmm
right. I was told that termites is something else you should be thinking about in this area.
Yes. Subterranean termites are, like I said, out here you can go outside and dig in your mulch or move a rock, and more than likely you'll find termites.
Really?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So they're everywhere.
They're everywhere. And like I
Okay.
said, it's nothing to scare you, but I would recommend homeowners in North Carolina to have some kind of termite protection.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
hmm
So that would be something you could pick up on. You would see evidence thereof and then recommend to the homeowner what to do.
Yeah. Good inspection. Even if you don't want termite protection, get your inspection every year. Get an inspection every year.
Oh, every year.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I would get an
okay.
inspection every year.
Okay.
Just to check your garage, crawl space if you have one and around the house.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you're on a slab, make sure they're coming in the house to check.
Okay.
Because I've had a new house. House is like not even a year old, and the what you call it, the main water shut off valve was in
Hmm.
the pantry in the middle of the house, and the lady and it was leaking, a small leak, right?
Okay.
And she went to a pantry one day and she thought they were ants,
Okay.
white ants. So I get there and I see them and I said, no, those are termites. And I went and touched the baseboard and my finger went through the baseboard because it was so moist.
Wow.
And I just, at that time, there's no need of trying to save the integrity of the wood. You know what I mean?
Right.
We already know it's messed up. So I just started prying away at it, pulled the baseboard off a little bit. It was so many termites back there.
Oh no.
And we talking a house that was like probably 6 to 8 months old.
So yeah, wow. So we're talking new stuff here.
Talking new house. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that was one of the things I did. I did have the inspection done for termites
Uh-huh.
and various other things too. But I had you out recently, and
Yes.
one of the reasons I had you out here was, of course, there's going to be a follow up to do our regular scheduled, your treatment that you do.
Uh-huh.
But also, the other thing I found curious and very interesting was that you do encapsulation of crawl spaces. So,
Yes.
what exactly is an encapsulation of a crawl space?
So a capsulation of a crawl space is basically you putting that vapor barrier down,
Okay.
put basically a liner around the foundation of the crawl space. You're sealing your vents, and you just it's like a crawl space remediation.
Okay.
The integrity of that crawl space is going is higher. So you drying out your crawl space.
Hmm.
You basically any fungus down there, you're killing it on the wood, on your floor joists and your floorboards, and their moisture level is going to go down dramatically, and it's going to increase it's going to the air quality inside the house is going to be better.
Okay.
And if you have any smell, any kind of funky smells inside of your house, it's probably going to get better.
Hmm.
And of course, you know, the energy bill is probably
Oh, now you're talking my
is,
language. Because I've heard that you could save like what 15 or more percent
yes,
on your energy bill just by doing what you're talking about.
yes, and a lot of that is coming from that R10 liner that's in your crawl space that we're putting in when we're doing the encapsulation.
Okay.
Yep,
So
yep.
that's a good thing. I mean, because our energy bills, just like everything else, the prices are going up. And this is
Mm-hmm.
one thing you guys come in, you put it in, and
Yeah.
then from there on out, we're starting to look at reduced energy bills, which should help us to offset some of those costs we have on a regular monthly basis. So that's a
Yes.
good thing. That's
Yep.
good. And you're also saying, I was just trying to figure out the tie here. You know, you do pest solutions.
Uh-huh.
So how does that tie into keeping the pests away from us or helping us in that area?
Well, you keep your crawl space dry, and that decreases the chances of termite activity in your crawl space.
Okay.
Now, it's not going to say you won't have termites.
Okay.
Don't let anyone tell you that. You know, because you still dirt around, you still have the outside of the house, and you
Hmm.
still have your garage. So you still can get termites, but it decreases it a lot, and it's a lot of pests here depend on moisture.
Hmm.
So the drier your crawl space, the less moisture, the less
Okay.
pests. Hmm.
Oh, another thing there, when you're looking at that, you're doing this plastic coating.
Uh-huh.
How I've heard that you had to have a dehumidifier. Is that something you
Yes.
have to do or should think about?
Yes. If you're going to close up those vents or doing the, encapsulation, you're going to need a dehumidifier.
Okay.
Because if you don't, it's going to be a swimming pool down there.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes. Yes. It's just we're doing the opposite.
Okay. We
We
don't
are,
need that.
no, we don't. We're doing the opposite. Yes. And we work with Santa Fe, and we get with that dehumidifier has a 6-year warranty on it. So as long as you changing the filter in it, that warranty is good to go for 6 years.
Okay. All right.
Hmm.
Okay. So here's one for you. I'll challenge you on this one, see if you do it or not. When you come to do the quarterly inspections,
All right.
and let's say I do an encapsulation with one of these dehumidifiers, the filter needs to be changed. Is that something you do?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Long as you have the warranty with me, change it.
Oh,
Change the
excellent.
dehumidifier. I mean, change the filter with it,
Okay,
and you don't have to do
because
anything.
because it's up underneath the crawl space, and I suspect it's probably got to be in a place that's not super easy for me to get to.
Yes. Nah, it's not going to be right there at the door. Nah, you're gonna have to get on your stomach sometimes.
Oh no. All right, so that's something you guys do. That's cool.
Yeah.
All
Uh-huh.
right,
Yeah.
that's a big plus again. All right, so
Mhm.
this is making sense because I have talked to some other homeowners and they've had this done,
Uh-huh.
and they did notice a difference in their energy bill. But not only that, like right now, this time of year here in North Carolina, where it's a little bit cooler and your
Mhm.
floors are colder.
Mhm.
And what they're telling me is that it actually feels warmer when you're walking around on the floor when
Yeah.
you have this done.
Mhm.
Is that what you're hearing and seeing?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
should.
okay. All
Yep.
right.
That's the whole thing. We're trying to make it energy efficient.
Okay. So not only is it going to save me some money on my energy bill, it's going
Mhm.
to control my pests a little bit better,
Mhm.
but it's also going to make it feel good.
Mhm.
And that's another big plus for me.
Yep. So pest control, it's all about comfort.
There it is. There it
All
is.
about
It's
comfort.
comfort. That's what it is. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
So, what about, let's see. Oh, I've heard about these things called fire ants. What
Yes.
is up with this?
Fire ants. Yeah. Normally, you wouldn't see fire ants now here in
Okay.
January, February, matter of fact.
Yep, it is.
Yeah, but the winters are so mild now. Fire ants are just popping up. They haven't gone away. They can't go dormant now because I mean the ground is not cold enough.
Hmm.
You can't get it cold enough for them to go dormant. So we're having fire ants, and a lot of people are allergic to them.
Hmm. That's
Yep.
true.
So,
That's true.
uh-huh. Yep. So I just recommend getting quarterly treatments on them right now as well.
Okay. So,
Hmm.
all right. So I've noticed. I've got a pet, and I know
Hmm.
a lot of other people do too in this area.
Hmm.
Is this stuff safe for my pet to be out there in the yard?
Yes, yes. I use a granular bait, which is safe. You have to, if they ingest it, it has to be basically the whole bottle
Okay.
for them to get sick. That's just to get sick. But it's very safe. Even if you have to spray the lawn, if it's a problem like that, which I haven't come across,
Okay.
uh, my product dries. Once the product is dry, it's fine
Okay.
for humans and animals.
Okay. Good. Good. So on a rainy day, probably wouldn't be a good day to apply this. Is there a
No, I
certain?
wouldn't apply it on a rainy day. No, no,
Okay.
no.
So
Don't let.
homeowners should anticipate. Okay, if it's a bad weather and climate time day, that
Mhm.
it's something you can't do that particular day. So we might have to schedule when it's a little bit sunny or something.
You're right. You're right. And your pest
Okay.
control provider should be communicating that with you as well. If
Okay.
they know it's gonna rain and you wait, they're supposed to come out that day. You should be getting a call, a text message saying that, we're gonna have to reschedule.
Okay. So as a
Hmm.
homeowner, I just want everybody to know that don't blame the guy that's putting the stuff down. There's a real reason why they don't want to do it because it's just going to waste my money.
Yeah,
Right?
it's
Yep.
gonna waste your money. Well, you know what? It's gonna if I do it in the rain,
Uh-huh.
it's gonna waste my product. It won't waste your money because I wouldn't even charge you.
Oh, okay. All right.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
either way, I'm gonna have to come back out.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just wasting my product. Not saying the next day if it rains, it's fine.
Okay.
But once I apply the product, I don't want it raining within 30 minutes or so.
Oh, okay.
You know?
It's not
Yeah.
very long.
Yeah, not
Okay.
very long. Because
All
if you
right.
have fire ants, they're foraging anyway. They're
Mhm.
active. So once I get my bait out there, they're going to be taking it within 5 minutes.
Okay.
Probably less than that.
So they really like this stuff.
And that's what
Okay.
I want.
All right.
Yeah.
What other kind of pests or insects or anything that could damage the house or hurt somebody in a home that should be thinking
Uh,
about?
damage the house. Only other insect I can think of is carpenter ants.
Oh, that's right. Yes. And that was one of the
Uh-huh.
things that you recommended. You actually had to take a tree down. It
Yep.
had actually eaten the inside of my tree, a large oak tree, and it was
Uh-huh.
right next to the house. And you mentioned also a tree hanging over top of a house is not a good idea.
Yep. Anything hanging over the house, because American roaches, they'll drop down or glide down onto your house and anything like that.
Okay.
Hmm. And I'm glad you said that. Uh, insects that will destroy things. You got wood destroying insects. Like I told you, I do stuff for realtors, wood destroying insect reports. So you're looking for powder post beetles, anything that's going to affect the integrity of your house. That's what I'm looking for. That
Okay.
wood. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Now you explain it to me, so we'll try to go back over it. Mosquitoes.
Mm-hmm.
I have a ton of trees, and I thought for sure I'd have a lot of mosquitoes. I don't have any mosquitoes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the reason was what? Why is in my area? What was your
Because mosquitoes, they don't fly very well, so they love branches or leaves that's hanging low or bushes. So you don't have any of that around your
Nope,
house. You don't have any standing water around, any puddling. So things like
none of
that are
that.
going to attract mosquitoes. Hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
And
So if
so
you have a
that's
lot of
what the trick
bushes and
was.
shrubbery around the house, high grass
Right.
too. Hmm.
Okay. All right. So as a
Yep.
homeowner, these are things that everybody should be looking out for right there. Little things that you can do to make a huge difference on your own, or hire somebody to come in and help you take care of it, and that'll help out.
Hmm. Yep.
So
So if
I
you
mean,
have a bird feeders a lot, they'll have a lot of mosquito larvae in them.
no way.
Yep. Yep. Because that water is just stagnant water just sitting there. Now, if it was a bird feeder, like a fountain that had the water was agitating all the time,
Okay.
you wouldn't have a problem.
See, I
Because
didn't know
they're not.
that.
Yep. If that water is going like a koi ponds, they usually don't have a lot of mosquitoes around because of that water. That
All right.
filtration, that water is agitated all the time.
All right. So
Hmm.
there's lots of little things as a homeowner we can do to
Hmm.
mitigate some of these bugs just on our own. but it's
Yep.
still we should have this inspected on a regular annual basis, at
Quarter.
least, or quarterly. Yeah.
You do annual. You know, my
Yeah.
treatments are I do good treatment, so
Okay.
you can go annually sometimes.
Right. But but it's, yeah, applying the stuff, I totally get it. You do an inspection as you walk around, of course, but minimally, we should, as homeowners or people that are selling homes, we should be having this thing inspected
Mhm.
on an annual basis.
You should.
Yeah. Yeah.
You should. Even if you don't have a problem, you know, like I said, it's not gonna. It doesn't cost a lot,
Hmm.
especially just to have somebody come and do a termite inspection, and then you get them there for that. You ask them about pests as well. You
Hmm.
know,
Yeah.
so just to have a look around the house, and
It
it's not
makes
gonna hurt
sense.
anything.
No, it makes total sense. So
Yeah.
it sounds like you got a lot. I really appreciate all your information as far as what can we do as homeowners to try to protect our investments
hmm
and take care of our kids and our pets as well.
Yes.
But still, we should have somebody come in professionally and do that. So here's a question for you:
Uh-huh.
how do we get a hold of you?
Ha ha! My number's 919
Uh-huh.
610 8983.
Okay.
Website, newhorizonpest.com. Email is solutions@newhorizonpest.com.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. And then we'll try to make sure we put your info on our website as far as who you are and how to get a hold of you as well too.
good deal. Good deal.
So it'll make a big difference for sure. And I sure do appreciate you stopping in and sharing this info. I mean, there's a lot of great tips that we can do on our own to try to mitigate some of this, but still, it
Yes, it
comes
is.
down to having somebody come in with a professional eye. Somebody's got at least 15 years of experience.
At least.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
Uh-huh.
And I definitely learned a lot of stuff here today. I mean, it's stuff that I would have never even thought about
Uh-huh.
that I can do, or things that I can do to look for and try to mitigate those situations.
Yeah.
And we're definitely going to be talking some more. We're going to be talking more about the crawl space. Once we get that figured out and get that put in, we'll do some more talking on that as well.
Good, good, good. I appreciate you having me, Dave, and you know, it's always good talking with you, man.
Same here. So I appreciate everybody that tuned in today. Hopefully you learned something. If you did, make sure you check us out. We're going to try to have at least 2 shows on a weekly basis, dealing with anything and everything out here in our area. It could be anybody from a wedding planner to a restaurant that we could recommend that you could try out, or a business that could help you out, take care of you. The whole idea is to share that information and help us each make better decisions on what we do in our regular daily lives. So this is Dave Barrett with Bizlink Unscripted, and I appreciate you tuning in. Tune in again. We'll have another great show and share you with some other info. All right. Have a good one.